He married my sister, now we're living together. Roommates in law.
La 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 la. What if we did a remix?
I like that. Reminds me of the Tommy Boy when he hits him with the low la le lee low.
Lola le lol. I am your father.
Good movie. Check out Tommy Boy if you haven't seen it, starring Chris Farley, R.I.P. Tom.
Yeah. Wait, did he die?
A little while ago in his hotel room in Chicago.
Jesus.
I know. He was one of the big players too. Dead.
Yeah. He was working on some new too. God, I don't even want to joke about that because it's my favorite movie. I believe he died in his apartment though, not in a hotel.
Oh, I think you're right, but I think I always thought it was a hotel because it's like in the Willis Tower, I believe. It is, right?
Yeah. And someone dropped him off. I forget who it was. Someone famous.
I'm gonna say David Spade. That's what I'm saying. How dare you, David?
I think it was Spade. Belushi died in a hotel, right?
I would imagine. See, he seems like a hotel death.
he did kind of scream hotel death, like bad hotel too.
Yeah, no, I would think because he like had the money. I feel like he's one of those guys where it's like the luxury hotels. Like, oh God, Belushi's staying here. He's gonna ruin this whole fucking place. He's got kind of that rock star vibe. I don't know if it's like Motel 6.
That's true. Well, he did. I mean, he was doing that shit. It's so weird. But have you ever seen like the Eagles documentary?
I have not. No.
Oh, it's one of my favorite documentaries, but they include a little piece of that. Like somehow John Belushi got mixed in with like the rock stars of the day, like Joe Walsh.
So cool.
And their thing was like destroying hotel rooms.
What a weird little thing.
It's very odd to me. I've never really understood it. Like who else used to do it? The Who used to do it.
Tom.
We're starting over.
Tom.
We're roommates in law.
That would be a weird thing to do. I'm like, Tom, what are you doing tonight? And you're like, I don't know. I might be hanging in. And I'm like, because I got a suite downtown.
And I'm like,
and you're like, oh, fuck.
Dude, I'm in. And then
all right, hold on. Let me grab my baseball bat. Yeah, I'll meet you down there.
Let me grab my baseball bat and all the drugs that I could get my hands on. I think, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's some sort of maybe it's like
fight the power.
A fight the power thing, but it's like they did it after they were famous. So maybe it's some sort of like they've gotten all the thrills that money could buy.
I feel like but that's the direction you go.
I don't know. I think it's so weird, but I'm trying to figure out what would drive you there.
It seems like you would go to literally anything else than like, I'm gonna fuck up a Hampton Inn.
I'm gonna ruin this front desk person's day tomorrow.
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay, they're just gonna charge somebody's card. It's not like you're really fucking up that much of their lives.
Yeah, you're not like impacting their bottom line.
Yeah, I don't know. But hey, God bless them. I hope they had a good time. R.I.P. to Jim Belushi.
John, that one's John.
Johnny. Sorry,
Johnny
John.
Boy.
Oh yeah, Jim's still alive and kicking, making mediocre television.
Just horrible stuff.
Horrible stuff. Tom, you're up early today,
dude. I'm well. I don't know. Do you want to kick things off with our zero of the week?
You know what, Tom? I'm gonna let you do that one.
All right.
You sack of shit.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So schedules weren't aligning this week, and so we had to go coffee pod, which, as you guys know, we've become quite fond of.
Love a coffee pod.
Love a coffee pod.
I love it even more when they actually happen.
Coffee pod for me is usually around 9:30 or 10, and it's like a lunchtime pod for Tim. He's 3 hours ahead in the greatest city on earth, New York City. Yesterday, we said, why don't we kick things off at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. New York time? And I said, no problem.
No. That's not what happened, Tom. I said, I cannot in good conscience ask you to wake up at 8 a.m.
And I said,
to do a podcast. And Tom said, brother, don't worry about it.
Well, because I had to play basketball later in the morning. I had a big day. So
sure, yeah, you can't push that off. I mean, you got to go get 9 and 2.
I can't miss hoops. Who's going to get the offensive boards?
Who's boxing out? Call in 3 seconds.
Exactly. So I got a little coffee maker in my room right behind me. As you can see, it's programmable. So it's kind of my new alarm clock.
That's not bad. You wake up to the smell?
Yeah, it's amazing, dude. It's kind of changed my
Damn.
life.
Wait, are you legitimately waking up to the smell? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm waking up, I'm hearing it because I schedule it for the same time as my alarm.
No, okay, but you are waking up to the alarm. Like you're not being woken up by the smell of coffee.
I don't think I've ever been woken up by a smell in my life.
That's a fair point.
That would be some thick coffee. And I'd have to be like right next to it, really breathing in the fumes.
Yeah, I guess it'd have to be literally dripping into your nose.
I have it set up so that it just drips a little bit.
Yeah, I guess I've never woken up like, what's that smell?
No, I've woken up from non-sound things. I've woken up from like having to poop.
Sure,
that's more of that's nature's alarm clock, and I haven't figured out how to program that.
You just got to drink the coffee at night.
There we go.
See,
right before I go to bed, and then I'll have no problem sleeping.
See, now we got something happening here.
Now we're cooking. Now we're brewing. Sorry. Come on.
There's the name of the pod.
So anyways, yesterday I was like, perfect, 8 a.m. And then I woke up at about 7:25. I was like, all right, we got some time. Coffee's brewing. I blink and it is 8:25. Pretty quick.
How many texts you have from old Timmy?
I think I had 2 missed calls and 3 texts.
Mm-hmm. I kind of gave up. I knew what the score was.
You knew pretty quick.
At about 11:08.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not getting anything back by 11:08, Tommy's asleep, or Tommy got hit by a bus.
Right.
I'm gonna get a text back.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if a bus is gonna drive its way into Thomas's room. So my boy hit the snooze-a-roni.
Hit the snooze.
And he accidentally.
I committed the ultimate snooze crime, though. I turned off the alarm. I didn't hit snooze.
See, that was my prediction.
I said, I'm up. I'm awake.
I'll be fine. I am going to shut my eyes for a few more minutes, though, but I am up. Why is that? Why does that happen what is this lie we tell ourselves?
Dude,
where we're like, because it's such small stakes. It's like, well, just hit snooze.
Also, what drives me insane is it's not good sleep. It's not like you're like, oh, let me pop back into REM. You're in this like weird in-between state for just like an extra hour. You're just wasting time. It literally doesn't contribute to anything.
Let me get 22 more minutes of mediocre sleep. What is that? Every human being does that, where they're like, and look, I got it. All right. Yeah. I don't need technology anymore. I'm up.
I'm awake.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, I am going to ruin my best friendship shortly, but I'm awake.
Lizzie just heard me screaming obscenities in the other room. She's like, everything okay? And I was like, Tom slept in.
Tom's asleep at an absolutely reasonable hour.
At a totally reasonable time. He's sleeping when he should be sleeping. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, that was
now.
Tough.
Look, I wouldn't have been
really
if it wasn't for
me doubling down.
I gave you the out.
I know. I really doubled down on making 8 a.m. happen.
And you said, no, Tommy's got to go play some 3-on-3 with a couple of 82-year-olds.
Dude, we're running 5s, and it's competitive.
Full court?
Oh, yeah. For about 3 hours. I played for 3 hours yesterday.
You've got the legs for that?
Now I'm back. I play every Tuesday.
Good.
I've been running. Dude, you know what's insane? This is like the high school. This is the underperforming high school athlete in me is like, I'm working out more because I'm playing basketball once a week. Like I'm like I gotta be in shape for basketball. I
can't be huffing and puffing.
Exactly, dude. I'm like, shoulder felt kind of bad last week. I got to do my shoulder rehab exercises again.
To be fair, everybody hates the guy that only plays offense, doesn't get back on defense. That's the worst part about playing pickup is that guy.
Yeah.
And easiest way the team gets the rebound and he's kind of already down the court looking for the free layup. I'm like, I'm not giving it to you.
Dude, you know what move I hate that some guy was doing yesterday and I fell for it like 3 times? On the other team calling for the ball. It's funny when it's your friend or if you're playing shirts and skins and you're actually, but like when you actually don't know each other, I'd never seen this guy before.
Yeah, you're like, dude, what? Like, okay, can we not do that?
Yeah, because I'm like, you could be on my team. I don't know. We made these teams 45 seconds ago. I didn't
kind of an unspoken
everyone.
Like rule not to break. If everybody's got a shirt on and nobody knows each other, what are you doing?
Yeah. It was
Stop.
really pissing me off. And thankfully, because I gave the ball away twice because
To the same guy?
Well, one of the times was directly to him, and then he came running down, and I actually thought he was on my team, and I was like, "Oh, that was lame." And then the second time he did it as I was like passing, and I noticed it,
Yeah.
and I just kind of like, it just kind of like
halved
fell out of
yeah.
my hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was hilarious because everyone was kind of annoyed with it, even the people on his team, because he just kept doing it all day. But he's like the biggest, most yoked, tatted up Mexican dude in there. Like no one's gonna be like, hey man, what the fuck? Also, most of us know each other in this Tuesday run, but it's a public court, so it's like there's strangers in there too. And I'm like,
yeah, you can't. You just kind
I
of
don't
have
know.
to eat
This
those.
guy might have nothing to lose. I don't want to.
That's why he's doing that. He's like, what are you gonna do? Say something to me?
Yeah.
No.
He's like huge.
Yeah, I bet he's out there playing in like low top Converse.
Yeah, wow, you are spot on. Like cargo adjacent shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not
too long.
They're really long and they have pockets, but they're not like full cargo.
They're kind of like the breathable.
Yes.
The breathable whatever the fabric, but they're
almost
not
like water or like camping material.
Yes.
It's
and
like made out of a tent.
You can zip off the bottoms.
Mm-hmm.
I know this guy.
Yeah, long hair.
Oh, I was thinking shaved head.
Oh no,
but it's in a pony.
A bad ponytail.
Yeah, it's in a pony for sure. This guy rules. I kind of love dudes that just kind of know where they're at in like the physical hierarchy. And they're just like, well, no one's gonna say shit because if they do, I'm gonna tax that ass.
I'll kill him. And he's like, I don't know anyone here. I'll be the annoying guy that does the here, pass me the ball thing. I got guess what? I forced 3 turnovers a game.
And I'm gonna watch all these little dudes just kind of mumble under their breath when they get on this guys.
I kept just going, come on,
dude,
man.
So okay, good play, I guess. You're really smart and athletic. I'm an idiot. But that's fine. But hey, you're up early now.
I was gonna say, so this morning now I woke up the second my alarm clock went off. I sat up in bed. I mean, I was screaming. I was an hour ahead of this, and I was like, we're up. We're gonna have a morning. I'm flying out today, so it's nice, kind of like packed. Drank my coffee. Went on a walk around my neighborhood at about 7:30.
What's that temperature looking like?
70, maybe 69.
Ooh.
Shorts and a sweatshirt. I love shorts and a sweatshirt.
Love that. Absolutely love sandals.
Shorts, and a sweatshirt, and a cup of coffee.
Cold, hot, probably hot, right?
I went hot. Yeah.
Yeah. That's nice.
I like cold brew. I drink cold brew almost every day, but this early, it feels like you should have coffee. I feel like an adult when I'm up this early, you know?
Well, because you want to, there's something like nostalgic and nice about walking around outside and kind of blowing on your coffee and taking a little sip where you're like, ooh, a little hot. Yeah, I'm just getting my day going. Sorry.
Just kind of like, I'm just taking one sip and then I see like neighbor out watering his yard. Morning.
Lift the cup. Yeah.
Morning. I'm always up at this time, actually.
He's going, look, he's getting on it too. This is a little, dude, this is what I do. So whenever I get up, did you feel like, boy, look at me getting up?
Dude,
doing it.
There's something about being up that early. I always I don't know, being out in the neighborhood. There's something where I'm like, I could do anything today. I've got
so much time.
Yeah.
Look at what I did here.
I mean, I've already gone on a little walk and said hi to my neighbors. I can accomplish whatever I want.
See, I feel good right up until I get outside and I realize how many people do this every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm going, boy, look at Tim Smith up early, got his coffee, has enough time to go for a little walk. That's how early I am. And then you see 200,000 people like rushing to get to work.
Yeah.
And they're not happy with themselves at all. I'm like, oh, this is most people's like daily existence.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm proud of myself.
7:30 is the earliest I've been like up without like having to catch a flight.
Anytime I'm up at 7:30, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, usually these morning walks, I'll go until like 10 a.m. pre 10 a.m. I'm like, well, boy, I'm really up and at it today.
Yeah, and then you pat yourself on the back right up until 11:30 a.m. and then you're like, ah, shit, I gotta get some stuff done. You wasted your whole day in gloat mode,
dude. What? I'm in gloat mode all day. Oh man, that's funny. Gloat mode. I'm going gloat mode today.
Dude, I'm going full gloaty today.
The when I realize it, what you were just saying, the immediate takedown is like I'll be on like a 10 a.m. walk to. A lot of times my morning walk is I have the coffee shop that I was ripping off for a little while where I was getting free drinks.
Sure.
They're about a 25-minute walk away, which is so nice. 25-minute walk. I get a little treat, a little cold brew for the walk back. But I noticed it the other day.
Pop the headphones in.
I was walking there and I'm like half asleep walking there. It's probably 10 a.m. And there's like an empanada truck halfway there. And there's like a full construction crew getting empanadas. And I'm like, oh, this is lunchtime for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these guys are exhausted.
5 a.m.
Look how tired those guys are.
Yeah, and I'm like,
you're like, oh damn, you're all sunburned, and Tom's on his morning walk trying to pull it together.
I'm like, oh, I'm kind of getting an early start on the day. They're having lunch.
Well, Tom, we're bad people, so this is kind of what it is.
I prefer to say artists.
Okay, but we're actively pursuing a life where we don't do much a lot.
Uh-oh. Tim's in a weird headspace. I'm detecting Tim's in a weird headspace.
No. This is like, that's the goal. That's the dream.
Oh, sure. Yeah. But I
mean, it does make you like kind of a sack of shit, right?
I think it's a selfish pursuit. For sure.
Yeah. Well, we're certainly not doing it for our loved ones. I'll tell you that.
Fully spiral. No, I'm doing this for my future kids. I'm just trying to give them the easiest route to success,
Just that full nepotism hire. You're like, don't worry, buddy. I'm gonna get you in at the Improv, no problem.
Yeah, you'll be doing 5-minute development spots in no time when you're 38. I do think that's kind of like without having a famous father or mother or uncle or grandfather or grandmother. I think the best we can do is set our kids up to be famous.
Sure. Well, I mean, you can do that a number of ways. You can be a writer. You can be, or how about this one, Tom? Just how about some good old fashioned extraordinary wealth?
I would love that.
How about a little bit of that?
I don't know. I hadn't really considered it, if I'm being honest. It's a good route, but I don't know if it's for me.
Do you think you'd be mad if like you worked really hard, you like built this company, it's worth all this money, and then you have these kids and they're like, I want to do stand up.
No.
Do you think you'd be like, you little fuck?
Well, a little bit, but I'd also be like, yeah, I can't blame you. You have no risk in the world.
True.
True. I probably would be like jealous.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but I'd also be like, yeah. I mean,
you're riding off of my hard work, you sack of shit.
Yeah, I always wonder that because what's funny is like parents always say like, yeah, it's the best thing. Kids are the best thing that could ever happen to you. You just look at that kid and you're like, wow, like it changes my whole perspective on life. And then eventually you are gonna be like, hey, you lazy piece of shit.
Do something real, idiot.
Yeah.
And every parent's like, I just want my kid to be happy, but that's not true.
Not true at all.
They want you to be happy within the sphere that they find acceptable.
Now we're getting somewhere. Now
right?
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think your parents wanted you to be?
They never wanted me to leave real estate.
That's so weird for like I just want my kid to be in real estate.
Well, it's like I have a bunch of family that was in real estate.
Yeah.
So it's like I was in the office with like, cousins and, so it was like kind of like everybody, this is great. And then I was like, we're moving.
I don't like this anymore.
Bye.
Shubas is calling my name in Chicago.
I don't know. I'm going to put my name in a bucket for Patsy's. I'm almost 30, by the way.
See you guys later.
Don't worry. It's paying dividends. But it is one of those things where your parents are like, but now they think it's great.
Oh, yeah.
They're just fearful
they get on board
first.
Oh, it's terrifying. I can't really blame them. It's
because it is. You go, hey, look, I want to do stand-up comedy. And they're like, okay, so what does that mean? How do you make a career out of that? And you're like, not 100% sure.
That no one seems to really have nailed it down. But I listen to a lot of podcasts about it, so.
Few pods said Chicago's got a good scene, so. Probably gonna check that out for like 5 or 6 years.
Well, because I think the hard part for them is probably like, because I think about this a lot, because like I think there's a weird period where like it's a hobby and it's like, oh yeah, you're also doing that, because
Well,
we both
creative
kept
outlet.
a day job for a long time.
Mhm.
And then it's like, then there's this weird period where you haven't proven that it's going well, but you have to take it more seriously.
Yep.
So there's that like limbo. It's kind of like right now, but
Well, it's like moving around the country because you're like, well, this is where. So I went here to get good,
yeah.
and now I'm going here to try to take it to the next step. And they're like, hey,
And it's like, because it's going well, but I just like it's not like a ton of like tangible stuff.
And they're like, so what? Do you have any evidence of it going well? I'm like, look, I could send you a few clips. You know,
exactly. That's literally what we have. That is actually what I could send them.
here's a clip of me really cooking at a bar show. So, try to tell me my dreams are stupid now. Mom.
Audio's a little weird. Camera's in the back of the room, but you can kind of tell that I'm doing
the audience wasn't like, the sound isn't great on the audience. It's mostly out of the mic, but like you can kind of tell by my reaction that the jokes are going well.
It was better live, honestly. You can tell by how I fist bumped that guy in the front row.
I would never do that if I was bombing. I really don't. Like, if my kid, they would have to be. I don't know if I would encourage my kid to attempt creativity unless there was a massive safety net.
I think, yes, I think I would have to have a lot of wealth for me to be like absolutely 100% lean in.
Brother.
I also think like there's probably an edge to that helps, like not being 100% supportive. I don't know though.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
because everybody's like, you need that little friction.
A little chip on your shoulder.
I don't know. I think it depends on who you are.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of people whose parents were like blindly supportive that are doing just fine.
Doing great. Or their parents have $250 million set up for them. And hey, they're also doing great.
Hey, mom and dad, if you guys are listening and you happen to have like 200 or 300 million hidden away.
Like, stop. Like, we get it. It's a fun joke to pretend you don't have it. But like,
now would be the time.
Toss me 10%.
Now would be a great time. That would alleviate a lot of stress. And then maybe I wouldn't have to come back to my high school to perform at a fundraiser tomorrow.
Oh, that's that gig. Oh.
That's tomorrow.
But you're only doing like 10, right? Please
20.
tell me it's 10. 20. 20 is a little too long.
It's too long. It's squeaky clean. No sex, no religion, no politics.
Oh, boy. Half of your shit is how Catholics are pedophiles.
Uh-huh. No.
And you're going back to a Catholic high school?
No go on that. Yeah.
That's a rut row.
That's a no-fly zone right there. That's
damn, dude. The priest wouldn't agree to that. They love taking those flies down. Let's just start it over, Tom.
We're roommates in love. I mean, I was like, I don't know. He's gonna turn fly into something for sure.
Flies. Oh, that's where he's going. That
Priest
sucks.
Blowing child.
Priest
yeah, no, I'm following Catholic Mass tomorrow.
That's not true.
I got Catholic Mass as the opener, hitting the feach button.
That's not true. Tom, is that true?
It's not false. There's a little break, but I am going after a Mass. It's gonna be bad,
a nightmare.
Yeah.
So like the hour before you is like no,
yeah.
Give it up for Tom Schnee.
Everyone's gonna do peace and then get their communion, get their little blood of Christ. At least everyone will have a sip of wine in them, get a little loose.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
but that Eucharist is gonna soak it right up.
And then instead of laughter, after every joke, I'm going to say, we pray to the Lord. And everyone says, Lord, hear our prayer.
It's actually not a bad idea.
I might actually try to do something like that. But you
need to try to get them all on the kneelers.
Well, it's not in a church.
Wait, so they're doing Mass outside of a church?
We're doing Mass in a gym.
Okay, so I have no idea what this event is.
And then the show also in a gym.
The show. Who else is on the show?
Me and
a couple altar boys ripping six.
We're ripping a couple altar boys, but no, it's just me.
Gross. Just you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Tom! Please tell me you're this. Please tell me you're going to send it to your friend Tim.
I'm not going to film it. No, I just made that conscious decision last night. I'm not even bringing the camera. The camera's not even touching the vicinity.
I don't know. Could be Clip City. I don't know.
It could not. Well, you know what? Honestly, I don't want to be seen setting up a camera there.
Fair point.
I don't want people to be like, oh, he's filming this?
Jesus Christ, man. Come on. Can you live in the moment once?
Yeah. Like, you're
just walking around passing mics to everybody. Can you just hook this kind of right up to your mouth so I can really get that laughter? Because I'm obviously going to be killing here in about 3 minutes.
You're going to want to buckle up. I'm going to do all of my cleanest, worst stuff.
Man, you better have a car outside. You better have one of the sisters outside with a car running.
You know what sucks is a couple of the sisters are coming. Maybe just one. But like my parents are going. And they're all like, oh, yeah, we're excited. I'm like, don't come. You guys have seen me at like the best comedy club in Minnesota. That's the place.
Don't come to the opposite of that. This is like the stuff you have to do that you don't really tell anybody about.
Exactly.
This is like, I just got to go secure this bag, and then we don't talk about it anymore.
This is the whole set. Also, there's people from my high school who listen to this. And if you're listening, I hope you show up tonight, because that means you're one of the few comedy fans that we might have in the crowd. The rest of the crowd is going to be 75-year-old people.
What? And they're there for, what is this billed as? Like, this is giving me an anxiety attack.
It's an alumni event.
And this is some sort of fundraising event.
It's like it's like a kind of a secret fundraiser. Like, it's just an alumni event, but they're definitely going to ask for money at some point.
Sure. Well, the Catholic Church is notoriously broke, so I'm glad they're doing this, getting everybody together. Put a little dough in the coffers, you know what I mean?
The Catholic Church runs exclusively on donations. I think they paid out over $1 billion last year in lawsuits for sex stuff.
Is it really 1 billion?
It was 1 billion in 1 year of lawsuits. This is when they did. I tried doing a joke about this, but it's not very funny. But this is when they opened the window. This is like a lot of archdioceses across the country did this, where like they removed the statute of limitations on incriminating priests for.
I like how they're like, hey, let's do the right thing.
Yeah, and they opened the window and then they shut it again because
immediately
they were like, "Oh, bad! This is bad.
We'll be broken 4 years. This sucks. Never mind."
A bunch of them filed for bankruptcy, which is hilarious because that's why they had to do it. It was legal fees.
I mean, there are times most times in my life, I'm glad I didn't get molested. This is probably in one of those times. I feel like I could have gotten over it, got absolutely paid, and then I could pursue my creativity. I'd have the edge I needed because I got molested. I'd have the funding I needed because of the Catholic Church. Bippity boppity Netflix special.
Brother, if you don't think I did some deep reflecting, being like, did I though?
You're kind of asking your therapist, like, can you like kind of dig in?
Yeah.
So I can manufacture some sort of memory that
I was an altar boy for like 6 years.
And not to be like the hacky guy that's everybody's like, I'd be a prime target. You would have been prime. You'd have been a prime target junior year of high school.
Also, I love you. Like, not to be the hacky guy. I literally say that. I used to say that on stage.
Did you really?
Yeah. I think I have a clip online that says I would have been a prime target.
Fuck. Well, it's not in the act anymore. It's out.
No, I used to have this fun little bit where I talked about wanting to have sex with a priest. I might dust that one off
when you were like, yeah, but he wasn't into it.
Yeah.
I remember that one now. Yeah. Hey, we all have shit that we regret. I used to have 5 minutes about having a micro penis, and then somebody was like, do you actually have a micro penis? And I was like, no.
No, why?
No. And
what'd you ask?
Oh. And that's why I was like, I should probably stop doing that material. Just a blatant lie about. I should be doing one about how huge my dick is, not the other way.
No, yeah, it's weird to lie the other way.
The other way.
But
that's when you're just searching for anything. That was like my first big bit in Baton Rouge was like a total lie.
Because you're like, micro penises are funny.
Yeah, people like that kind of shit.
Uh-huh.
What if I did it?
How about this little shit?
How about that?
How about this micro shit? Tim, I got a question for you.
Lay it on me, Tom.
Because I can't keep talking about this gig at my high school. I'm going to get too much anxiety.
Same.
I went to a show last night, and I'm just there as a friend, just supporting I had a bunch of friends on the lineup.
Just trying to get on the show, maybe give him 5.
Absolutely ratting.
Mm-hmm.
But it was one of those things where like the producers of that show came to Red Show Blue Show at my house on Friday, and then I ran into them 2 nights ago, and they were like, "Oh, you should come tomorrow." And I was like, "You did just all right. I got it.
You got to do it. You
got to going as a friend to support. Happy to do it. I got nothing going on. I'll hit the hang button. I drive over to UCB. I'm not kidding. 35 minutes of looking for parking, just circling the block. How long do you go?
I mean, you went 20 minutes longer than I would have.
I mean, that's insane. You start feeling like a crazy person.
Well, did you have any where you like saw one drive off and somebody slipped in and you're going, God fucking damn it.
It happened twice where it was like on the wrong side of the street and I couldn't U-turn in time.
Mm-hmm. That stuff, that'll drive you batty real quick.
Yeah, like you start kind of just like, I'm fully screaming in my car.
It's really funny, like the juxtaposition of like 5 minutes earlier, you're in your car going, motherfucker, God, and then it's like cut to you in the showroom, and you're like, hey, great to be here. The show looks amazing, dude.
Yeah, hey, thanks. I appreciate the comp ticket. Well, that was what kept me there. Is this place is like weird about people hanging out, so I had them put me on the list.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be the guy that gets the comp ticket and then doesn't show up.
And then for the lamest, you're like, yeah, parking was tough.
And I drove 25 minutes to be there.
Oh my God, Tom. This is, I we got rid of our cars, but that used to happen to me in Chicago when I'd get home from work.
Oh yeah. The getting home.
And you're going, my day's done. Oopsies, 30 minutes looking for parking. And I'm just rolling my window down, screaming at people walking their dogs. Like they had nothing to do with my parking situation. Hey, where the fuck's your car? They're like, what? I'm like, move it. I'm sorry. I'm upset. So sorry. You seem like a sweet woman.
I had one in Chicago where I parked in front of a fire hydrant and I was like, I don't care. I'll pay whatever the ticket is.
Yeah, but then they probably towed your fat ass.
That one was a ticket. I got towed once.
I got a big fat toe. We'd been there for 2 weeks and I still had like the Southern mentality. Oh, they're not gonna. Why would they? I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
So I parked at like, I was coming back from some show, so it was late. It was like, I parked at like 2:11 and I had to be up to go to work at like 7. So I'm like, it's 5 hours. They would never do this. Not
what are the odds? You got 5 whole hours. I'm Tim.
A good guy like me.
Come on, I just did 8.
Cars towed when I go out there in the morning, obviously. I go find it. The ticket, they hand me the ticket that, came with the car. They towed me 4 minutes after I parked there. 4, Tom.
They were like, you truly did not stand a chance.
They were kind of waiting around the
6
corner.
Times.
they how frustrated I was. They're like, kind of lot of there.
Yeah. Wait, your cord's fucked.
4 minutes, Tom.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, they probably did see you, and they're like, this guy is gonna impulse park in front of a fire hydrant. I know it.
Yeah, this is a live one. No, it wasn't even a fire hydrant. It was literally in like a private parking, and it said, if you don't live here, you will be towed. And I thought, God, no.
There's no way for them to know.
No, there's not a chance, buddy. It's not like they have stickers if they're allowed to park here.
No, it's an honor system.
That was one where I was like, oh yeah, okay, so I should. Chicago's different.
Was that the underground towing lot?
Mm-hmm.
Under Whacker?
Oh, no. I've heard that's just... they have to, like, break your fingers before they give you your car back.
Dude, it's so dark.
And they've already rifled through your entire car, stolen all the stuff in there.
I mean, you turn off of literally where Bane lives.
Yeah.
In Batman. You turn through a wire gate underground. You're under the city of Chicago, and then you have to drive, like, half a mile where you're like, no one's allowed down here. Also, like, cell phone service gone for sure. It's like you can't find it, and then you turn into this thing, and there's like just people walking around, and I'm like, do you live down here? Yeah, and they have like face paint on and shit. And you're like, what is that? Dude, it's really scary. It's really terrifying. And then you walk in, and you're like, hey, I think my car's here, and they're like, what kind of car? Where were you parked? And they're so mean. They know they've got the upper hand, Tom. They're like, yeah, you can't park there. That's what they said to me when I got towed. And I was like, I know.
Yeah.
I figured that out when my car wasn't there anymore.
So if I could park there, it'd still be there instead of here. So please stop yelling at me. And why are you swinging a chain?
Dude, that is the perfect image. Just swinging a chain. And it's like, there used to be a pit bull on the end of that chain.
Oh, for sure.
And now it's just loose in the parking lot.
I tried to do a bit the other night. I do the little bit about my sister getting attacked by dogs.
Right.
And I want to talk about how shitty pit bulls are, but nobody likes it. And I was just talking about, I was like, you all know the breed of the dog.
Yeah,
like,
that's
you
fun.
know.
Yeah, that's
you know what it was. And they're all just kind of like, mm-hmm. I was like, does anybody own that breed? People are like, yeah. It's incredible that everyone knows. And then there are still people that are like, it's actually, it's not the breed of the dog. It's how you raise it. It's like, that's not true.
Well, it can't be true because there's one that keeps biting people.
Every single time, Tom. Look at this. I'm going to Google dog attack Brooklyn. And let's see what comes up.
This would be fun to do on stage.
Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually.
It's not bad. Or have someone in the crowd do it. Unless it's wrong, then don't have to do it.
Brooklyn Center Police. Man dies in dog attack. Let's just click on that link right there, Tom. First link. When was this posted? April 14th, 2023.
Damn, we haven't had a live one in a little bit. Well, he's dead, actually, but...
Tom, have a little respect.
Sorry, my bad.
This dude fucking got mauled. Let's see. Where are we at? Oh, good. He was yelling for help while being attacked by multiple dogs. This sounds like the correct breed to me. Henry, police said the attack was... Oh, they hunt in packs. These things are ruthless. Funny last time it was attacked. Multiple dogs. Oh, you're not going to tell me the breed of the dog? Oh, here we go. Police say victim, a 22-year-old man, was attacked at his home by 4 pit bull terriers.
Yeah, there it is. Yep. Well, they're just kind of mean. Oh, but everyone does the thing. I think the reason why people clamp up is like everyone knows one nice pit bull, and they're like, yeah, it's actually how you raise it. And it's like, no, you just know one.
You know one dog that
like the
hasn't killed anyone yet.
Yeah.
And it's like,
why did they get in the mix?
Why? We don't just get them out.
Get them out of the mix. We don't do wolves.
What's that? Yeah, it's what's that monkey that like at a certain age it's like sweet and nice. Is it a chimp? Yeah, and then they're like, oh, now they rip your fingers off.
Yeah, that one guy got like literally dismembered by his pet of like 15 years.
Mm-hmm. They rip your genitals off and your fingers off. It's like crazy. Hey, but nobody's going, what are you talking about? It's how you raise the chimpanzee. No, these are fucking crazy animals. Get up. I just don't understand the pit. Sorry. I'm going off.
Get a gerbil.
Yes. But it's like there's golden retrievers right there.
Yeah, right there. They're awesome. Also, like, get a bulldog if you want that kind of little
look. Thing. Get a boxer, sweet as pie. They have the short hair. They look cool.
Yeah.
A pit. I cross the street every time I see a pit bull, and I know the owner's like, "Yeah, that's right, dude. Look, I'm scared of these." I'm like, "Yeah, you should be too."
We have a couple pit bulls in our neighborhood, but they're all owned by minorities, so I don't cross the street when I see them because
you're like, "Hey, man, it's not because of you. It's not you."
That's a tough look for me.
The dog. I hate those dogs very much.
It's like I can't be gentrifying the neighborhood and
crossing the street
at the same time.
Ripping off the black-owned coffee shop.
Listen, there was a few free coffees, and I've supported them a lot. God, I would hate to be attacked by a dog. I really hope that never happens to me.
Just cross the street next time you see a
that
pit bull.
Would be a bad way to die. You know what I was thinking? You know what I was thinking about the other day, and this might go nowhere, so we can move on. But I have like an insane fear of death, like truly, and I think it started at a really young age. I think it's because of the Catholic Church, if I'm being honest. Because I remember one time when I was like, had to be like 3rd, 4th grade. We were in an all-school mass, and the priest was talking about death in the eulogy. Not the eulogy. The what's it called after the gospel? homily.
I
And
was like, eulogy. He's eulogizing Jesus
he
again.
was talking about death at a funeral. No, he's talking about death in the homily, and I started thinking about death, about not being here anymore, like loss of consciousness, whatever. And I literally blacked out and fainted in church. And ever since then, I think I've been like super scared of death, but I'm not scared of dying.
See,
Is
I'm
that
wondering
weird?
if that. No, I think what's going on here, because it happens to me. I don't think you're so scared of death. I think you're having a tough time comprehending the idea of infinity.
Yeah, that's a big piece of it for sure.
Where you're
I
like,
think
oh,
that's
so
what,
I'm just gone forever. And then you're like, well, what is forever? I mean, you're like,
and
oh,
then
there's
I
just no ending to when I'm gone.
just started zeroing in, where you get the tunnel
Yeah, it
vision.
gets real small.
Yeah, that's what happened. And for a while I couldn't think about it because I was like, I would just start getting that feeling.
Yeah, when you start thinking about infinity, it gets dark pretty
It's
quickly.
super weird. It's
It's
really
nice. There is a point where it's nice. I like feeling small. That's why I like being in a big city, because I feel very insignificant.
Yeah.
And if I feel like my life doesn't matter at all, it makes me feel like I can do anything with it.
Yeah, that's kind of a good spin on it. I heard Nikki Glazer say this on a podcast. She was like, in like however long, let's say 5,000 years, call it shorter, longer. Like I'm as important as Abraham Lincoln. Like
Well, that's objectively not true, but
well,
I get what you're saying.
I'm as remembered.
Oh, in 5,000 years, yes, yes.
Yeah. Like it's like we're all just like it's nothing.
It's completely irrelevant. Like, tell me your great grandfather's middle name. Yeah, no clue.
First name. I can't.
Name. Yeah,
wait, great grandfather Lambert.
Okay, I like that name actually.
I'm thinking about bringing that back from one of my kids.
Lambo. Good nickname.
Oh, Lambo is kind of awesome.
See?
Top down.
See? Little self-fulfilling prophecy for that kid. He's going to be loaded. Or a failed rapper. But
yeah, young Lambo. Damn, my kid is going to suck.
But I mean, it's like great-grandfather. That's how quickly you become insignificant.
Yeah.
So it's like, do whatever you want.
To be fair, my great-grandfather didn't have a decent 20.
I could see that.
So, like, I'm going to be remembered because I got a decent feature set on.
I was about to say, damn, so you get it naturally then. Boom.
There we go.
That's from 20 feet out, Tom.
That's pretty good. Yeah, but I was thinking about it because like I thought about it the other day because I just was crossing the street with my headphones in and almost got hit by a car. It was completely my fault. Thought it was a stop sign. They didn't have one. And I almost got hit and I didn't really think twice about it. And I was like, that's weird to be so scared of death, but also like the act of dying. I'm pretty reckless,
I think nobody wants to die, but at the same time, nobody wants to live forever either. So like,
you have the best line about it in your act. I chuckle about it every time. I'm not suicidal, but I wouldn't fight for my life. I think how a lot of people feel.
Where I'm like, yeah, where it's like, look, if it comes at me, I'm taking it. I'm punching the card. I'm out. Hey, had a good time, everybody.
I'm trying to run the light a little bit, but
oh god, like I can't even imagine being 80. 80?
Oh, I want to be.
What am I gonna do when I'm 80? You're just gross.
You just already sound. Your voice just sounded older.
80 years old.
What am I gonna do when I'm 80?
I don't want to be here anymore.
We're just doing your whole act. Sorry, I didn't mean to go so hard on death, but this is what happens when I'm up. I've been up for 2 hours. It's not even 9:30 yet.
Damn, it gets dark that quickly.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not thinking about it in like a bad way. It's just it's interesting to have this weird. I don't know.
Louis talked about it's like we are the only animals that live with the knowledge that we're gonna die. It's strange.
It's weird. It's weird
to know that like all the stuff I'm stressing out about truly just doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
Especially us, because we're not like world conquerors. We're nothing that will ever be really remembered. The best comedian in the world will be forgotten in 200 years.
No, I think I'll last more than 200 years. Come on.
Ancient philosopher Tom Brennan used to say.
This was funny. I was listening to NPR this morning on my little walk.
Flex.
Putin and Kim are meeting up. They met up yesterday.
Oh shit.
Wouldn't you just love to empty 42 Miller Lights with those two guys?
God, and just have where they get a little loose lipped,
and just be like, guys, just. I would also love for them to be able to speak English because
I was about to say
the
whole
least
they're
fun...
hammered talking. I'm like, God, I don't speak Russian. This would be so sick.
Well, that's the least fun part about their meeting is like you realize like they both have to have translators. It's like, oh, there's no good banter in that.
Yeah, they're not really riffing
because you want it to be this like kind of evil meeting.
Well, I would imagine they can both speak English,
but I think I saw footage of him meeting with someone else, Putin meeting with someone else. He won't speak in English.
Putin's a dog.
He's an absolute dog. I mean, we talked about this in the chat the other day, but how crazy is it? He just lives with a different set of rules. I mean, the entire world knew that when that little coup started, everybody's that guy was gonna die.
You're fucked, buddy.
And then they were like, no, he found refuge in Belarus, and everyone was like, no, he's gonna die. Putin's gonna
refuge kill him. Does it. He's got 8 assets in Belarus on the way right
and
now.
It was literally a month later he dies in a plane crash. It's like, yeah no shit.
Yeah, hey, you know the concierge at the hotel he checked in? That is a Putin asset.
Could have killed him that day.
And so he did not to.
He decided. He said, "You let him no. He got
a text that said,
today.
"Stand down. We'll get him on the flight." And he's like, "All right,
we're gonna let this cool off for a sec. I get this flight thing lined up."
I was a little sleepy anyway. I didn't want to do it.
I mean, the entire world is like, "Hey, Vlad, we know you did that," and he's like, "No, I didn't."
Who, me? No, that was total coinky dink. I don't know. Just a weird engine on that flight that I scheduled.
Hilarious. I mean, it's really dark, but we have like a real supervillain, and Kim's like the other one. And they're hanging out. I want to be there.
See, here's the thing, and let me explain. These guys are evil, but they are like great men. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they are able to achieve so much more than 99.9% of all humanity that's ever existed. They are great men. They're just
great in the sense of not great in the moral sense.
No. They just used it for evil.
Yes, great. Like Napoleon. Great.
They're unbelievable. It's like how did you get to that?
How do you keep doing this stuff?
Yeah, it's crazy to like have that to think like, oh, I should control most of the world.
Yeah,
is like insane to think.
And then they meet up and they're like, "Hey, everyone kind of hates me," and Kim's like, "Yeah, me too."
Yeah, same, dude. And they're like, "But do you care?" And they're both like, "Oh, absolutely not.
No, not at all. No, I'm gonna keep making these nukes.
Could care less. I am gonna keep doing all the evil shit I've been doing because who's gonna stop? Who's gonna stop me,
dude? Me too. That's what I was thinking.
They're like, nice. It's like these are like these guys that can like rise to these heights are like unbelievable men. They should be studied and I'm not admired, but like they just use their power for evil. But the power that they have is like hard to comprehend.
Right. There's people that have tried doing that. No one succeeded. Everyone. I mean, because objectively, it sounds impossible to do what they've done. Like, no, have the entire world be against you, and you be like pretty knowingly evil, doing
and not really care
acts of evil all the time, and you're still getting by pretty well.
You're cooking. I mean, I read a mean comment on a clip, but I'm like, it's over, dude.
Everyone hates me.
Everybody fucking hates me.
I'm going to the woods.
I mean, these guys, you know, it's impressive.
It's really funny to me. I don't know. Him killing the guy is, I mean, sorry, R.I.P. But it is one of the
foregone conclusion. The moment that guy took money from whoever he took the money from to try to invade Russia, curtains, friend. It's over.
Curtains. You got the light. Sorry.
It's fucking over. Also, kind of a cool way. So I went to high school with a guy who is like a secret agent now.
For the government? Or like
I think no, he kind of who knows anymore. He was a Navy SEAL, and he was neighbors with my parents, his parents and my parents. And he could never his parents would go 8-10 months.
Don't say too much about him. I don't want to get murdered.
Well, I'm not gonna say his name, but he would like literally they'd be like, "How's blank doing?" And he was like, "Well, all he could tell us was that he was in a country, he was in a really dry climate."
Oh my god! I'm just waiting for a dart to come out of nowhere and hit you in the neck. You're like, all he could say was he was in a
just a bag goes over my head, pods over. But like that's all he could hear. That's all his parents would hear for like 10 months at a time.
Yeah,
I'm in a place with a dry climate.
I mean,
and this is after he went through SEAL training and did all this stuff, and now he's just kind of in the wind. Who knows?
Kind of cool as shit.
It is kind of cool.
I have a cousin who's a high-ranking naval officer. He's the same way.
It's wild.
I think his wife knows where he is, but like our extended family, we don't know.
See, like this guy, no family, no wife, no nothing. He's fully out on his own, doing God knows what. And that wild, what a life.
I mean, it's cool. It's got to be one of those. I mean, you got to get to 40, and all of a sudden you're like, what have I been doing?
Well, that's what happened to Jason Bourne.
That's true.
A tale as old as time. I hope this guy didn't wake up in the middle of the Mediterranean with a couple of bullet holes on his back, and a fisherman picks him up, and he's like, I don't remember anything.
Yeah, it'd be a good series, though. I guess it's already been made. No, I've seen Bourne Identity. I haven't seen the last one.
Well, they got a little. It was like the Bourne Supremacy, the Bourne Redundancy, the Bourne.
That's pretty good.
It isn't bad, actually.
It was kind of the same plot every time.
It was like, the government's a get me, but I'm going to pull through.
I kind of work for them again, but
not really. But I'm still kind of pissed about what happened 3 movies ago.
They got to bring me in, but only, but they
on
also
my
like
terms.
Me. Yeah. It's actually the exact same plot as Mission Impossible.
Yeah, pretty much. But you know what? That formula works on my fat ass. I love that stuff.
Yeah, it works.
You start playing that theme music and I'm in.
Oh, God, I love a theme.
Right?
Hey, wait, can we end on a Zero of the Week submission?
Yeah, lay it on me.
I forgot we got one. This is from Sister. This is one. I'm sorry also for people that have sent them in. Keep sending them in. I keep forgetting to read them. So,
I got one too, but it wasn't necessarily a zero. It's more of a miscalculation. It was more of just like a mistake.
Yeah. We gotta listen. We don't want to be picky. We appreciate the input, but also you gotta nail the zero energy. It's a lose. It's a zero.
It's knowingly being a douche.
Yeah, it's not
an accident. Hey, we all make a little accident.
Someone slips on a banana and falls down. It's
not a zero.
Not a zero.
Funny.
It's hilarious.
I'm gonna laugh right in your fucking face.
Send that in too. But
you're not a zero. The person that set the banana there with the intention of the guy slipping. That's still pretty funny.
I don't know if anyone's ever actually slipped on a banana. If you got someone to do it, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, you kind of earned that one. All right, so what's the zero looking like?
Here's the zero. It was I have a zero of the week, or to quote last week's pod, maybe just a huge loser. So, okay, not off to a great start. Guy sitting next to me on a flight back to London. Minute he sits down with the most annoying energy, turns to me and goes, "Name's Cole, first-time flyer. Tough start." Big laughs at himself. Proceeds to aggressively, in an annoying way, hit on me until he asks, "So how are the guys in London?" To which I respond, this is my sister. This is sister number 4. To which she responds, "Oh, they're fine, but I actually have a girlfriend." Ally alert. Hello. We here at the Roommates in Law pod. They're my sisters.
Always have been allies. Yeah, we have I think 3 gay listeners, and they're all their last names are Schneeman.
Shout out sister number 4 and 2. No, 1. To which I respond, "Oh, they're fine, but I actually have a girlfriend." He laughs and goes, "Oh shit, I guess I need to be more open-minded," and then congratulates me on having a girlfriend. Later, hear him telling the exact story to a man across the aisle. The following exact story to a man across the aisle. "That guy back there, that's my friend Mikey." Well, his name isn't actually Mikey. He just has a sweatshirt that says Mikey, so we call him Mikey. And then died laughing at what was apparently a funny story. This plane ride was my own personal 7th circle of hell. Is this a loser or a zero? I think he's a loser. I'm
a tad confused.
Yeah. This guy's sitting next to my sister. Does the whole hit on her, asks about the guys. She says, "I have a girlfriend." He goes, "Oopsies. I got to go talk to this other guy over here now."
Congratulates. That's a little patronizing. I don't love that.
Super patronizing. Congratulates on the girlfriend.
Oh, nice. That's so sick that you date women. I've never met anyone like you. Oh, okay.
It's so exotic.
Neat. Okay.
Where are you from?
Damn. Okay.
He thinks being gay is a nationality.
Oh, interesting. Well, so what part of gay are you from?
I've actually never met someone from homosexualia. Where's it? And then he goes, "Oops, he's striking out here with sister number 4. Let me turn to the other guy across the aisle from me." And he goes, "I got this great story for you. You're not gonna believe it. That guy sitting back there, that's my friend Mikey. But his name's not actually Mikey. He just has a sweatshirt that says Mikey, so we call him Mikey."
This guy seems like he's just like on coke.
He does see. I was thinking the same thing. It's like that seems like drug energy.
Yeah, this is way. Also, the shirt could have said like Mickey, and it's like from Disney World. Who has a sweatshirt that says Mikey?
Yeah,
Mikey.
Unless you get, like maybe it could be one of those like embroidered, like from like a car shop, and he like found it at a thrift store.
This isn't a thrift store guy.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Where you find like a jacket or something that's like says like it's like Bob's Auto Shop, and it's
you're
like
oh, this
Terry
is
on it.
Sick, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I'm envisioning like the sweatshirts that say "fail," but it says Mikey on it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm picturing like an embroidered, like it was somebody else's whose name was Mikey.
Okay, yeah, that seems to make a little more sense. I don't know what this guy I think just got a little zooted up.
Yeah, he might just be on something.
Yeah.
Or drunk. He could just be drunk in the airport.
Is this zero or is this?
I think I'm going loser because it doesn't seem like he consciously.
Now, if he had said, "Oh, you're gay," and been like, zero.
Yeah, that's true. Congratulations, loser.
Because he thinks he's doing the right thing, but it's still the wrong thing.
Yeah, it's like you just went like 0 for 3, but not really. I'm not even sure if you're really shooting at a hoop.
Yeah, shots are going up.
Just random.
But he's
directions.
on a football field. Yeah,
yeah, he's literally got a basketball and he's out at the 50-yard line just throwing up shots. Yeah, this is Loserville.
So, and at least he left her alone after. If this had been a whole flight of this kind of dog shit behavior, now we're in zero territory.
That's where we scoot on over into the zero category. Yeah,
because I think he felt, this isn't. I'm not being welcomed in this convo. So he did have enough social awareness to say, not working over here. Let me annoy this fucking guy. Hey, my friend Mikey.
Not enough social awareness to know that the Mikey story sucked.
He's really reaching with that one. What's the guy next to him supposed to? And you're like, okay, great.
Damn, that's awesome, dude.
So what's his name? I don't know. It's like Steve.
But he didn't have a sweatshirt with Steve on it.
But it's the jacket. I'm trying to tell you about the jacket part of it. That's why we call him it. Because of the jacket. What are the dudes like in England?
He assumes everyone on the plane is gay. He goes the full opposite.
He's like,
direction.
"Oh, well, I actually have a girlfriend." He's like, "Oh, nice, congrats, dude."
He's like, "God, I can't get it right.
Who's gay and who's not?" He just stands up. Who's gay?
I thought everyone. He just thinks everyone flying to London is gay now.
Oh shit! They put me on the gay flight. Excuse me, stewardess. I asked to be in the straight section so I could fucking riff.
No one in this gay section likes my Mikey story. And it's a good story. It always works.
This hits everywhere, especially when everyone else is on coke, and it doesn't seem like anyone here is on coke.
So, can you put me in the straight coke section, please?
Yeah, I got to give this guy 0. I don't think he's See, a big part of the zero energy.
No,
I'm sorry, loser.
Yeah.
Because a big part of the zero ethos is malicious
intention. Yeah,
intent. Yeah. You're being a tool on purpose, or it's just that's who you are. This guy's just taking swings at something that's not there. Yeah. Shadow boxing in the pitch black.
That's what he's doing in the middle of a football field. I really love that imagery.
Helmet on, baseball glove,
knee pads. That's loser of the week. We got I think 0 of the week's going to me for missing the pod yesterday, and I'll take that one.
There's an argument that could be made. Tom.
Also, that wasn't intentional though. But
that's what I'm saying.
The intent,
by our definition, that's a mistake.
That's true. But the double down on no. We're doing 8 a.m.
Trust me, I got this. I'm
That's
gonna wake
tough.
up early and I'm gonna turn my alarm off.
It's gonna be smooth sailing, Captain.
Smooth sailing. Oh God! All right, Tom, you want to call this thing?
Let's get out of here.
Get the hell out of here.
We will. We'll see you guys next week. In the meantime, if you're in Colorado, I'm in Fort Collins this weekend at the Comedy Fort. Also, if you're in Minnesota and you're listening to this on Thursday and you want to come to my high school, please don't.
Please show up, sit in the front row, and treat it like a comedy club. Just be up there hooting and hollering.
I have yet to find out if they're going to make people sit down or not.
There's a possibility people will be standing.
I think there's a good possibility people will be milling around like a cocktail hour.
Oh my God.
There'll be some lower back sweat going instantly.
Oh, Tom, just the hair on the back of my neck just stood up. I am eagerly awaiting updates on this show.
I'm setting a really low expectation so that hopefully it's better than I think. But
you gotta have a sister, a cousin, a parent outside, car running. You get off, you jump right in and speed out of there.
Yeah, I might try to do the parachute off the top of the building, land in the bed of a truck.
Not bad. Yeah, you're gonna some sort of bank robbery escape is gonna be needed at the end of this set.
Just jump through a window on the first floor. People are like, "What the hell?"
Like, oh God, he's like really cut up. There was a door right there.
You guys. We'll,
all right,
we
love you. Send your zeros in, like and subscribe, tell a friend. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're